The art of sneaker design. Inside the making process. Shoes are a ubiquitous and versatile part of our lives, serving as both a fundamental means of foot protection, having been worn since the dawn of humanity, and now as a modern-day multi-billion-dollar fashion product industry. This documentary is taking a look at the process of making a shoe by hand. This spring 2023 project is in collaboration with Keds, the heritage sneaker brand, through Parsons School of Design. In an effort towards more circular fashion systems, Keds has provided recycled materials for the construction of this prototype sneaker. They sent many recycled shoe components consisting of separated uppers and outsoles. Some parts of a shoe in shoe construction include the toe box, the vamp, eyelets or lace holes, the tongue, quarters and side panels, heel counters, counter stiffeners, toe stiffeners, insole boards, cork fillers, and many other materials. Every shoe begins with a last. The shape and size of the last will determine the shape and size of the shoe and the heel height. After tracing the last on some insole board, I cut it out using this machine, which is hand cranked. And then I nail it to the last to get the exact shape and for a base to begin building the shoe off of. The insole board is what all of the materials that go over the last and that are stretched over the last will be attached to. Here I am trying out a wet leather molding technique where I am first soaking the leather in water and then molding it over the back of the last. Here I'm putting it on the heel because I want to make a high top sneaker and I need some heel support to begin building off of. Here I am nailing that to the last and to the insole board and beginning to play around with some foundational components of the shoe. I know I want this buckle around the ankle and a strap around the toe. I begin playing with some of the Keds components, placing them where I think I will begin to attach them, playing around with design, attaching things as I'm liking the view of them. I've combined 4 shoe tongues together to create a tongue vamp. This is a red lambskin leather, which I think looks really beautiful and is very soft and will stretch nicely over the last. I begin to tighten the leather over the last using a piece of muslin, cotton muslin, to secure the leather as I'm stretching it over the toe. And then as I begin to nail that onto the insole underneath, I stretch it over the last to make it really smooth so that all of the pleats are on the underside of the foot. Now I am sewing the eyelets to the vamp. Here I am using Barge's all-purpose cement to glue down the vamp onto that foundation of the red leather that I just built, adding a few more design elements such as this nylon banding. I've taken a heel counter from one of the Keds and I'm gluing it to the toe in order to mimic a steel toe to give it some extra support and protection. Once everything is nailed in place, I'm able to glue it all down to the insole board, and then I can start pulling out all of the nails. Now I can finish gluing on some more design details, such as that toe stiffener. In order to create a seamless look, I wanted to cover all of the seams with other design elements. So here I've used a strip of rubber that I've taken from an outsole, as well as more of that nylon banding around the toe to hide all of the seams and make it look really cohesive. Now that the upper is complete, I've begun working on the outsole. Using this recycled outsole means I have to first deconstruct it by taking off the additional fabric that was once its original upper. Just double checking the fit here to make sure that it fits onto my last. To give the outsole a more worn effect, I've painted the outsole using black acrylic. And then I've taken this acrylic gloss and coated the outsole to give it that nice shine. Now I'm using some more components to create a fire motif, and I'm painting that with acrylic here in layers. The theme for this project involves fire motifs, hence the charred outsole look, as well as this fire motif. Once that's dried, I'm able to glue it down. And now I can attach the upper to the outsole. Another element that I've added to this sneaker is an LED circuit. Here I am sewing in this circuit with conductive thread. This is a simple circuit consisting of a battery holder, some conductive thread, and one LED diode. Here I'm putting in the battery. At this point in the process, the last should be taken out. I had so much success with the wet leather molding technique that my last would actually not come out. It was stuck, so I had my friend help me pull the last out by rigging up a wire through the last in order to pull it out. And I've added a colored lace to give it a finished look. Here is the final shoe. And that's the finished sneaker.